It's another episode of
the Modern Black Man Podcast.
I'm
I love
joined
that.
with my beautiful co-host, Miss Siren.
Ooh,
Thank you
yo,
so much for
red-eyed
making
co-host
time.
from this damn chlorine. I'm like, I'm high.
Yo, it's the summertime. That's what we're gonna talk about. We talking about life. We talking about all the things that we love. I feel like summer is upon us. June 17th, 2023, Dallas, Texas. What's it like in Florida today?
Tampa, Florida, 813.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I told you, I had a really great day. The one thing that I
Tell
want to talk
me.
about. So me and my partner took our children because he has two daughters and I have my daughter. We took our kids to the pool. His niece and nephew came. His brother came. It was really beautiful. But you know what I like? What I wanted to highlight, especially with tomorrow being June 18th, Father's Day. The most beautiful thing I think seen at the pool was community amongst Black men, specifically Black fathers.
Tell 'em.
So yeah, my partner cooked because he loved grills. My mama said he a real Florida ninja. But he grilled, and he shared with everybody because he was like, he's like, I just like to see men with their kids, and there were so many fathers with their children at the pool today. And I mean, it was a fun time. We played chicken. We played everything. I mean, the kids at the pool had a great time. But there was so many daddies at the pool just with
But
their
did he
kids.
have the slides to be an approved OG on the grill? You in
And my
Florida?
man, my
You already know.
man, my man, got Yeezy slides. That's what he wear. He said he ain't wearing them old man slides yet. He said
Uh,
he ain't gonna never wear them. But my partner is older than me, so he likes to wear the fedoras and stuff like that. But he country as hell. I'll say
no,
that
but
much.
it's a designation. This man sounds like he is distinguished, not with just character, but with experience. It sounds like he got skills that differentiate him from
He can grill pretty damn
the
good.
pack.
That's how I think
Yeah.
that's how he really won me. Is when we early on when we first started talking, he got me he got a tomahawk steak and grilled it for me with some asparagus and some potatoes. And I
Oh,
think that's
wow.
how he did when. Yeah, as he told me, he said that he realized early on when he was younger, if you be on the grill, you get the most respect. So he said that's why he wanted to learn how to grill. But he can grill pretty damn good because he shared with everybody. I mean, him and his brother, they shared with everybody, and it was like I said, it was really nice to see community amongst Black men. There was one mother at the pool with her sons. And even with them, they played football with the kids and everything. And like one little boy talking about, can he come over?
Mm.
Start walking to their damn house.
So, hold up. Your daughter went to go play with him?
My daughter was there too. No, all of our kids. Oh, that pool was full of kids. It was his because he has he has two girls. I have my girl. His brother has two kids. He has a girl and a son. And then, like I said, it was a bunch of fathers and their sons out today. It was beautiful to see. Like I was like just really surprised. Like not surprised, but just really like just happy to see that. Especially amongst fathers, because like I said, I feel like the fathers don't get their credit on Father's Day because you have the single moms. It ain't our.
But y'all
You think
kind of
you have the
like
single
middle
mom?
class Kardashians, you know?
Ooh,
Y'all
what you mean?
y'all doing it. Y'all middle. I think y'all balling a little bit. Y'all might have the influence y'all local celebrities possibly. And
No,
you
we
have
ain't no
a
local
rich
celebrities.
network and your families. That's what's up.
Black people, like I told my partner today, I don't know about everybody else how they were raised, but my mom, even me being kind of like isolated because I didn't grow up with a big family versus my partner who did.
Mm-hmm.
Even my friends down here in Florida who I've made over time, my friends who have children, when they watch my baby, when I watch their baby, they feel like my one friend, Brittany, who lives, I'm saying her name, but shout out to her. She has a house and she feeds the community. Them kids, if kids come to her house say they hungry, she don't go in my pantry and get something. Like same thing with my friend Nicole. She will do shout out to her. She live in West Palm Beach, 561. But they take you look out for each other's kids. Even my mother, if I came to my mom's pool, we didn't have a damn pool. If I would have went to my mom's house and gotten the pool, she would have fed. She would have cooked and fed the kids. That's just something that you do. Even when I went to the store today, I thought about, hey, I'm gonna go into the pool with kids. I brought cookies to bake. I ain't baked them, but in case I needed to, I'm gonna
Are
make
y'all
sure
a
I have food in my house.
collective or is it joy by association?
It's a collective. I mean, it's anybody's kid. That's how you do. It takes a village to raise a child,
Yeah.
and even a society. And I say that all the time. Any conversation we have, that I feel like America lacks a sense of community, but we need to see that. So I say it made my heart joyous to see Black men with their children today and having a good time. I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna be a pick me today on the podcast, but I'm gonna say it. I don't like every year on Father's Day, even me as a single mother who raises my child. There are some good fathers out here. Let them have their damn day. Stop talking about, oh, well, I do both sides. Okay, you do, but at the same time, this day is for the men who raise their damn kids. Let them have their day.
Absolutely. This is a good segue because I celebrate Father's Day tomorrow with my mother.
Oh,
I always, cause my pops wasn't there, and you know how you are as a kid, you could be really spiteful, and my mom's
I
never
get
really
it.
been. He said what?
No, I mean, I can tell you from a personal point of view. I get it because when you hear me talk about my fathers,
Mm-hmm.
no no shade against my real father, but my bio father did not
Yeah.
raise me. I was telling somebody today, even with dealing with my partner's kids, I'm very careful because my stepmothers were like borderline, probably could have been abusive stepmothers on the news because they were terrible.
God, Lord Jesus, let's connect, yo. Like that's how I feel about my my ex stepmother. I never
My
had to
stepmom so
cross the
bad.
line. I never had to trip on her. But I look back in
Oh,
retrospect.
God bless you. I cussed my second stepmother the fuck out
I've
when I
never
turned of
wrote
age.
because I hated my father when I was younger. Like I'm talking about now, because I've been celebrating my mom since I was like
Mm.
12, 13 years old because she was the only
I
one there.
never,
She's the only one that
I
gave
never
me attention.
hated. I never hated my father, and it's crazy because even my dad, my
Yeah.
biological dad side of the family who I'm close with, they know that when it comes, if I'm talking about my father, I'm talking about my stepfather, who my mom was married to since I was a kid, who raised me.
Mm,
Um, though I did go see my biological father, like my stepdad tells a story about when I was like a kid when they got married. I started calling my stepdad. I said, "Can I call you dad?" Because he was to me, that is who was my father. Even till this day, when it comes to my daughter, that's her pawpaw. And even my stepdad now, who my mom is married to, that's her. She calls him uncle, but that's one of her grandfathers. That was the first man to hold her. So when I see those men, I have a lot of respect for them. They're not perfect, but they've always showed up. They've always been there. I mean, my new stepfather, when I graduated school, he literally made sure to rent out a restaurant to have my graduation party at. He's
yeah.
been at all my high school, both my nursing school graduations. I mean, everything. So, and including my quote unquote, who we would call my stepfather who raised me. And my biological father, I don't hate him because he gave me life, but me and him recently had a conversation because now he's getting divorced. Well, he's done getting divorced from my ex stepmother, who he was married to for years. And we all, including his family, warned him about. So my family, his family knows if I'm talking about my dad, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about my stepdad. They know
Mhm.
that. So I mean, it's kind of hurtful to know that they didn't know that I called him by his first name. But that's what I said. Good for you, because when I turned 18 and had my daughter, not sorry 19, because my daughter turned 1. I let my stepmom have it because she called me a bitch when I was a kid.
Oh man, I miss my pops so much lately. I'm the youngest, right? And I have brothers and they're like 50s and 60s, right?
Wow.
like I'm the youngest. I'm the
I know
baby.
you told me that, but still, it's always shocking.
Yeah, like they didn't want me. Like, well, I don't want to say it like that. It's not like he totally didn't want me. I was cute when I was a baby. I stopped being a baby, and my pops did his thing. And I look back now that he's gone, and Father's Day is tomorrow. My father never came to just visit me. I never was really around to spending time with my dad. We had one event in my entire adult life. We went on a cruise. It was beautiful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful he got me to go. But I think I hated my stepmother, man, and I didn't even realize it because I never would disrespect her, and she definitely deserved it. So
You know what I want to
I
say real
regret
quick?
that. Tell me.
I was
I
telling
regret.
my mom recently, because I had a situation with my own baby daddy, in his choice in women, and he's getting a divorce. So we had an interesting conversation because, I hate to say it, but ninjas want to get their families back who's unavailable. But
That
we had
would
an
break
interesting
my
conversation.
heart so much to not be able to be with my family. But it seems like that bridge and opportunity's gone for this man.
It's been gone for him. I like I said, I support him in his relationship with his child and his children, but
Hmm.
I am no longer here for that. But me and my mom had an interesting conversation, especially because me and her are both crime junkies, and we brought up about how people always predator like say men are big predators, but when you look at stories in the news about children being murdered by step parents, it's very mother heavy. It's stepmother heavy. And I told her, I said, it's really funny how we don't consider how stepmothers can be some of the biggest predators. I've seen some very crazy stories in the past, probably not even 2 or 3 years, of stepmothers doing heinous crimes. And mom said there's a story recently where a lady got convicted because she stabbed. Well, I won't even say everything she did because she did more than just stab this young man who was 11 years old to death. There was a story in Georgia where the woman had stabbed. I don't even want to really acknowledge them as anything except the shit that they are. But a young girl was starved to death. And she was probably my daughter's age. So, I really think about that when we talk about these bad experiences with stepmothers and then just how, bad they were. And thank God that those weren't us who those things happened to. Oh my gosh, did you disappear? Oh shit. Oh damn. No, I guess I gotta keep the show rolling. I hope he comes back. Where you at, Chubby Idris Elba? Well, hot damn. But yeah. Oh, okay. There you. I hear you. There you go.
I'm back now. Sorry. It
No, you're good. I was like scared. I said, "Oh no, he gone."
I got real patient because it blipped out and I'm back. But I was listening to you, but it got cut off.
Oh,
Um,
I was saying, crime wise, if you look at stories, there's a lot of stepmothers who kill their stepchildren, and
it's
I
that
just never
feeling that we
understand.
feel. We're not loved. They're not primarily concerned with us. We're a byproduct. We represent someone
But
else.
but here's my argument. I know my mom says I get too over emotional. Here's my thing, and I mean
Mhm.
this is something that my mom taught me too. When you date someone who has children, especially when you're seriously dating, when you that is a package deal. They come with their kids. That's an eternal bond. That's a blood bond that don't end. And like I tell women all the time, from my perspective, especially these women, these younger girls who talk about, oh, if his kids calling doing all stuff like that, that's petty, that's annoying. Let me tell you something. I want to see how a man treats his kids and the women in his life, because that's a good indicator how he gonna treat me in a damn long run. So if he don't deal with his kids, why would I have a baby with him? If he disrespectful his mother, his baby mom, or anything like that, that'll tell me how he gonna treat me overall. That's an important indicator to me. Because see, men who don't take care of their kids, they learn from responsibility. You are a responsible man.
I learned from other niggas, baby mamas, like these horrible neck rolling chicks that always want to be out of line and disrespectful and hot. And da 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 da. I see that they're a lot less of a spectrum than the men that fail in the capacity of being a father. And what I mean by
There's
that,
a lot of good dads.
yeah, most of us, most dudes out here are good dads because some of us didn't grow up with dads. A lot of guys have aspired to be dads, and I think it's gone, the stigma of the deadbeat dad, because that was real in the '90s. I hate to say, and it's real now.
Yeah.
It's poverty is what it really is, right? If you can't afford a damn kid, it's hard to take care of a kid. But
But you can show, but kids are so, I think people forget that children are so forgiving. Even with me, I mean, even me as a single mother, you don't think I had my baby at 18. So you don't think I've had financial woes and downs
yeah,
and ups. That's life. My child has still been there. My child is very, even this technology TikTok age, when Lord knows my child got a $10,000 computer that I still kick myself in the head for buying. But
yeah.
my child is forgiving. My child is understanding. My child knows that, again, mommy works hard for the things that we have. So, you know, I hate when men use, I don't have this and that. Call your kids. They want time with you.
There
This
we
time
go.
runs by fast. They grow up very fast. I don't think people, even my father apologized to me because he said he tried to negate that a situation happened between me and my stepmother, where my stepmother has said something that affected me coming around him a lot. And recently, now that I'm way older and he's had more children, and my dad has did some very bad stuff during them. I mean, my dad had even basically insinuated that I was not his family at one point.
Oh no, my dad really did do that though. Like,
see these, but my father recently apologized to me and said that the moment that that happened, he should have never not married her, but he should have stopped dating her immediately. And he really regrets that he even had such a long marriage with her based off that. And I forgave him because I said, you know what I respect about my dad, like I told my mom, that I appreciated with my younger sisters and my siblings that he now has had with that woman.
yeah,
He's so hell bent on making sure that they matriculate into good adults, and I appreciate that out of him. Even though he didn't do it with me,
yes.
and somebody else had to do it, I appreciate that now he learned his lesson, and he's gonna do it for somebody else. So I mean, I've let it go. It's life, but like I told him, I was appreciative that he came around and apologized for it because I remember when he told my mom, who my mom, like my dad will tell you, his baby mama would shoot somebody, and he is right because my mom is crazy as hell. Uh,
Hmm.
but no, my mom is crazy. I look, God bless her, but my mom will definitely take a charge for her kid and her grandbaby. But
I
you
need
know, my
something
dad,
like that.
oh, my mom is crazy.
Bro, my mom's calculated and potent, clout, powerful. Like my mama don't. She's not an emotional woman, man. She makes
Oh,
power.
really? My mom is a Cancer straight out of Broward County.
Oh, she's from. No. My mama's
Yeah,
Scorpio.
mama. That's what people down here laugh at me when I talk, but I tell them all the time. I say, yeah, I was born in Cleveland. I said, but my family is straight out of Pompano Beach. And as soon as I say that, they say, but when I say Cleveland, they say I'm ghetto. But when they say, and I'm not, I was raised up the way. So I always tell people that's not true. But as soon as I say my mama and my grandmama and my family is from Pompano Beach, they say, oh, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, okay. All
But you
right. Well,
said
yeah.
straight Broward County. I already know that too. My grandmama from Opelika, so you already know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
like
say I said my grandmother was born on Sistrunk, so
generations. What we talking about? Father's Day is tomorrow, and
Juneteenth is the day after.
man, but this generation is so different, isn't it? You have the opportunity to have dignity in this day like you couldn't have 30 years ago. You certainly didn't have 40 and 50 years ago. Black men are standing strong as fathers, if nothing else. And I think that in the culture that being represented is transformative. Let's see where
It's
this carries
beautiful,
us
but
in
you know,
20 years.
social media will. I feel like social media sometimes rings in a different. And I kind of say that because I'm like, I tell people all the time, even though my baby daddy has not been the best baby father in the world, I'm surrounded by a lot of men who show up. Like I said, my
Mhm.
stepfathers, for example, my stepfathers are great men to the point I've seen them raise children that weren't theirs. I mean, when I was, like I tell people all the time, when I was growing up with my stepdad, um, my his children that he had from previous marriage, I knew them. They came to visit us. They wasn't no strangers to us. They weren't hidden. They weren't people that we were scared of. They stayed in our home. My
But
mom
you
cooked
knew
for them.
them as siblings, correct?
Oh hell yeah.
I
We not as close as now because they were so much older than me at the time, but I still know them. I've checked in on my sis. I ask about them to my stepfather when I see him. My father and quote my father actually, but yeah, we know about each other and everything. So we're not strangers. Like for example, like I was telling my daughter's father, when he wasn't bringing them around, that don't work. You raising somebody else's kids and you don't got your fucking kids around. That's weird.
I mean, my dad has kids that look more like him than me, so
Oh, me and my daddy, my real dad, can't escape me because me and him have a baby picture, and we till this day, if I brought my real father on here, you would think that I was.
You
He
said y'all
literally
were
spat me
twins.
out.
Yeah. You,
I'm gonna find. I have my. Since I moved, I have my big thing. I'll show you. One day, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna show you, and you'll see that our baby
wow.
pictures, even his in black and white, look that like they look that detailed to the point where it's like he cloned me. My mom and me only look like apart, like the same, right here.
I don't want to say that sometimes you can get your hotness from your father, but sometimes it does be like that. Being the female
Color
version.
and colorism, which I experience on a daily. I won't bring my 10-year-old in here. But my daughter is darker than me. So when I was growing up, and even though you can't tell now because we live in Florida, so I stay pretty damn tan.
Yeah.
But if I was in Cleveland, I do get a little bit lighter. Okay. So
Yeah.
excuse me, but I get a little bit lighter. So when I was growing up, people actually thought my mom wasn't my mom. Because my
Because
mom
you,
is significantly darker than me. It was so irritating. I hate it when people said that. Because of course my mom is my mom. But even
but
my
your
daughter
pops
to
is
this
fair.
day. So my dad, here's the thing on my dad. That I found out not so long ago. My grandma, who I did know, but she died when I was pretty young, she's mixed.
Hmm.
So we are a little bit lighter probably because of that. Because yeah, we know I know for a fact that her mother was a evil white woman from what I've understood. She was nasty as hell. But yeah, that's the only reason why my dad's mother is mixed. But past that, like I tell my daughter all the time. My daughter will joke all the time. I had a recent family member because I don't think I've told you since moving to Florida. I've met my mom's father's side of her family because I never knew him growing up. He's been long dead, but he was crazy.
The mother's
So
paternal.
yeah, that's a good.
Mhm.
I wonder if my mom would ever sit for a podcast or my grandmother would talk about that, about how
It'd
they
be a hell
moved
of an
from.
episode.
It'll be good there, but yeah, they migrated from Florida to Cleveland, because of some situations. But long story short, I didn't meet them so recently. One of my cousins asked me, "Was I mixed?" And I was like, "No," and I don't look mixed. I don't look mixed. So my daughter swears up and down. She calls me all the time. She says, "You're a white lady." I'm like, "I'm not a white lady."
You need that sunlight. That melanin needs it.
I can see where my daughter gets that from because if I was in Cleveland with no sunlight, I do get pretty damn light. I mean, I do get pretty damn like you know lighter. Even my partner jokes with me that he was like, "You turning red," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like, I hate when they say that. But so I don't know. It's really good to look at just family. Like I said during this time, especially I didn't really consider this year that I thought I was like, damn it, Father's Day and Juneteenth is right by each other.
But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about life. And if it's not origination or inception, as we segue from Father's Day to, Emancipation Day or Freedom Day, kind of green lighting the culture that we celebrate today. Um, it became a federal holiday 2 years ago. Are
Yeah,
people actually celebrating this? Is this Black 4th of July? Is this bigger than
this is
4th
a
of
big.
July?
It's a big deal. My friend reminded me today. She said, "Girl, don't work on Monday." I said, "Oh, I won't," because I remember last time I told my daughter. I said, "Tomorrow we're gonna get up. We're gonna do some more unpacking, and we're gonna do chores tomorrow." Because guess what? My
Mm.
ancestors did a lot of damn work. Monday, I'm taking a damn break. I don't care how
I'm
nobody feel
having
about it.
that. I'm mulling that in my mind right now. Cause what are we gonna do with this holiday? Family? What is it?
Relax, rest, go chill with your family. Who again, during slavery times, they were separating people from. Enjoy those things. I mean, again, someone. I think of this. Think about the rights that we have today, and I don't care how cliche it sounds. Someone died for the things that we have today, and we should be appreciative for them. So yes, Monday, rest, self care, take a break, enjoy the day. Because yes, someone died, someone laid their life down, someone got their behind beaten because they didn't want to go by a new name, so you could do these things. So
Amen.
yeah, enjoy it. I don't think that our ancestors would want nothing less than for us to take a damn break. The break that they didn't get to take.
I like where you're going with this. You're giving everybody to go and what? Do something this summer. Maybe we should make summer declarations for Juneteenth. Maybe we should start
Mhm.
having goals for the summer. I don't know. I,
That's a good idea, though. I mean, people could make vision boards on Monday. People could do anything, but I really think that it's a day where people need to, especially people of color, from
self care.
any part of the diaspora. Because I mean, again, islanders were enslaved, Africans were enslaved, Black Americans again. Like I tell people all the time, we're only here because someone was over here working as a damn slave. So again, rest,
Don't get me
put your feet up.
started on that. I just was writing some information yesterday. Come along with me. 1492, Christopher Columbus got here. 1776, there is a declaration. There's 248 years in between. And that 248 years in between, I know that at least in the Dominican Republic, Black bodies were being exploited. We celebrate, gosh darn, Columbus Day to this day. Indigenous Peoples Day may be
Robbery
the
day.
remix, right? But that's how I feel on that. It's Emancipation
You
Day,
watch
Freedom
any? You
Day,
watch comedy?
Juneteenth. Do I watch who now?
Comedy shows.
Yeah.
So you
No,
know Eddie Griffin. You watch Eddie Griffin.
man, I come on, man. I grew up in Eddie Griffin's town.
So you know when Eddie Griffin did a joke about Columbus Day, talking about he was gonna go outside and discover him a damn bank and a Corvette. That's gonna be me one day. I'm gonna take
Eddie
advantage of
Griffin is
Columbus
one of
Day.
the
Columbus
funniest
Day.
dudes, man.
Columbus discover own thing. Shoot, I don't understand why it's gonna be so hard for me to go down to a country club and discover a Lamborghini tomorrow.
But America's named after Amerigo Vespucci, right? And Eric Lee found this first. They say Africans were able to get across here, not just through the strait, through Alaska. So I don't know. Columbus Day, one of those interesting and magical holidays for sure.
I still feel like again, if we're gonna keep celebrating Columbus Day, I'm trying to figure out why one of these years I can go into a Chase Bank and discover $1 billion.
Um,
Because I mean, again, I'm trying to figure out how a white man just discovered something that people lived on already. Oh, he disappeared. Okay. Well, I guess it's just me on the Modern Black Man podcast, the Modern Black Woman. But yeah. Oh, okay, he's back.
I'm sorry about that.
No,
Um,
you good. I said the Modern Black Woman is gonna be on the Modern Black Man podcast.
No, I definitely think that we're getting our priorities together and better arranged these days. So I'm just excited.
I love us. As my dad always used to joke, such a happy people. And I do. I say all the time, I say, even with all the turmoil that black people have been through, would I ever want to be a different race? And I still don't think I would ever want to be because I just love being black.
I have so many theories. I'm definitely going to do it on another episode. But if
I
people,
don't even know how long we've been going for.
well, I'm about to wrap because I told you this summertime, this call for action and jump into the summer and enjoying our time is what it's all about. And, that's what we're here to narrate. This life is precious. And I think that every day we go out and we put our best foot forward. We give our best attempts. We try. There's effort. And when we fall short, I think that that's when we reform. That's when all the wisdom comes, all the perspective, all the game, and all the good stuff out of life comes. So,
I
yeah.
couldn't agree with you more. I'm a wrap up and I'm gonna let you close it out. I'm sorry, but
No,
I
no.
was telling my partner today I was having a hard time I was having a hard time and I had went on Snapchat. Now mind you, I don't use Snapchat, but I've had it for years, so I just keep the app. and I had went on there. Something I don't know, something in my head, like I woke up because I'm a social media whore, so I just went on there. Which, mind you, Instagram is my favorite because I like to see the memes. Okay, so I went on Snapchat, which I don't normally do. I don't touch it at all. It has not, like, if you probably looked at usage in apps, it'd probably be on the lowest end. But I went on there and I
Snap can be
watched this.
good.
Yeah, I went on there and I seen this girl who I don't even know who the hell she is, but thank God for her. And she was telling a story, and she said, "I don't know why, but I need to tell y'all this what happened to me." And I don't know if she was camping or what. And mind you, I'm going camping soon, so I felt like it was meant for me to hear this. She said, I started crying, and she said I started screaming because I guess she had lost a family member, somebody she was really close with, and she said I kept asking, "Why, God? Why did you take this person from me? I need this person. I love this person." And she said, what popped in my head? The word, just the word Job. And she said it hit me. The story of Job, that everything, his children, everything was taken from Job, and he still never cursed God. So she said, why is it so damn hard when we get things taken away from us that we feel like we have to question God? Because he didn't question him a damn time. And it hit me so hard. I said, I said to myself, what made me go? And to the point where I pulled up my Bible app and I ended up reading the damn stuff. I ended up looking up Job, and I was like, wow. It
That's
just hit me really
powerful.
hard. So yeah, I told my partner that because my partner and me were talking about, the summertime. As much as I'm happy that it's summer, I love the season. It's mango season in Florida. You get a shit ton of mangoes from people who are trying to get
I
rid of them.
saw your story.
Oh yeah, and we had another mango today. Me and my daughter had to share one.
I bought some yellow mangoes today. I've been juicing
Listen,
those. Yeah, man.
see, take advantage. Look, I'm down here. I got a coworker who got a big, huge acres of garden. He has Jamaican mangoes, and the mangoes we had that I was sucking on my story, Haitian mango.
Tell me
Yes,
more
it's
about the
different.
taste mangoes. Is it sweet?
It's good. So the Haitian mango, if I would have showed it to you on the story, I would have thought I was delusional because that mango was green when I cut it. But what you have to do with that mango is you have to see if it's soft, because those mangoes may not turn yellow.
I got some hard ones. Those yellow mangoes I was telling you about today. They're not green, but they're like hard.
So
Uh,
feel them. My friend taught me that because he's Jamaican, but he has a big garden. He was saying, as a gardener, he was telling me, he said those Haitian mangoes and different types, because there's so many, I don't think people understand there's a big variety of mangoes. So he's told me the rule of thumb is don't go off as they change colors. Go ahead and touch them. If they're getting soft, you need to cut them because they're getting ripe.
I can't tell the difference. I think these are like Indian mango. It's too much.
I would let them, the best way, like we do with avocados, the best way to write something is put it in a paper bag and put it in a dark place, or put it in your cabinet and then come back to it. Just don't forget about it. But he taught me that because those Haitian mangoes were green. I was telling my mom, I said, "Ma, don't let these mangoes." I gave her when I said, "Don't let these mangoes sit. If it gets soft, cut it." Because me and my daughter cut ours yesterday, and I was like, "Okay, it's soft," and it was good. It was good. As you seen me in my story, I was going ham. It was real good. And my daughter loves mangoes, so tis the season, because in Florida, that people have mango trees. They giving mangoes out like crazy down here.
It takes
During
5
the
years.
summertime, I don't buy them.
It takes years to get your mango tree to give you fruit, but it's worth it.
In Florida, people who don't expect, especially like my friend who's a gardener, is a different story. But like people I know, like in the past, during the summertime, I refuse to buy mangoes because I get so much. It's been summers down here in the past 7 years that I've had to tell people not to give me mangoes because I have too many
You making
mangoes.
ice cream with the mango? Have you
We
done
just,
that yet?
we just eat them. I haven't done that yet. I should probably do it, but I mean, it's been times where I've had so many mangoes to the point where I like have to give them out. That's why I said I gave my mom one. I had 3 of them, but I also had other produce that I got fresh from the garden. So
Them Jamaicans
my
gonna get you
coworker,
on.
huh?
Them Jamaicans gonna get you on. I'm telling you.
Them Jamaicans is listen. My coworker cooked for me, and I said they. I got onions, I got cucumbers, tomatoes, and they just called me because my Jamaican coworker got dragon fruit.
Y'all plugged in. That's
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I like about, like I said, mango season down here for people who don't even manage those trees is insane because they can't stop it. They just get an influx of mangoes
I'm
even without
jealous.
managing that tree.
Maybe next year I'm gonna get down to Florida. I'm kind of jealous.
Please let me know because I know a few people with mango trees who would love it. Even my auntie in South Florida grows greens.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, I don't think she has it anymore, but earlier this year, my mom had a freezer full of collard greens. It
Your
was
mom,
insane.
yes. Your mama can
So,
cook. I already know your mama can cook. So
oh yeah, she's pretty good. My grandma can cook too. My grandma is the conch queen, but we
you
don't
like
bother her too
conch
much.
is very very fine. Very fine.
Conch, listen, I hate when people report and I bring up conch, and they like, I don't like conch. You don't like conch, and I've been living in Cleveland all these years, and my grandmother has denied me conch because she won't cook it unless it come out the state of Florida, and it only can come from South
Yeah.
Florida.
Because it's too hard to source the meat. I mean, but when you get it, it's
We can
pretty
get it
good.
in Tampa. My grandmother is the one who will make the conch fritters, and I will tell you right now, at her old age, and she don't like to cook, but if she gonna cook conch, she has rules, and she will tell you that it has to come from a fish market in the South Florida area and be ground up in the store. She will go with you.
Yeah. Have you been to Jamaica yet?
I've been to Jamaica several times.
You already know that's like the seafood in Jamaica tastes different. The water tastes
Ooh,
different. Everything. It's
everything down there tastes different. I've been to several times. I tell people all the time. My favorite place down there, I think, and that's still open, is the Pork Pit in Montego Bay. It's not far from the airport.
I'm glad you didn't say like Keto 3 or something. Someplace I've never been
I
or
want to go to. I want to go to Hito. I have not been to Hito. I've never stayed at Hito, but I've stayed at
would your partner
Trelawney.
be down?
Huh?
Would your partner be down?
To go to Hito, yes, but so it's interesting because I think I told you the story of how me and my partner met.
Uh,
No.
remind me.
So me and my partner, even though before I moved, we only lived 10 minutes apart, but I had joined. My friend had put me on because I had came back from South Florida, fresh
Mm-hmm.
from South Florida, and in South Florida I was enjoying, because especially I was kid free. I was enjoying the BDSM and kink scene. So when I came to Tampa, I was looking for a more of a scene that was mixed culture and had POC, because I never could find it when I was in Tampa. But I was gone in South Florida for like 6 months, so I was gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend, one of my friends was like, "Oh, like join this group. It was a swingers group." So I'm like, I'm not really a swinger, and neither is my partner, to be honest. Um, and I say swinger loosely because I know they call it the lifestyle, but
You're
and no offense,
adjacent, not
we're
in
adjacent
that
because the
lane.
thing, yeah, because the thing I don't like about lifestyles is there's no offense to people who might tune into your show who are lifestylers. When lifestylers have groups or events, I don't like their marketing. They try to appeal to people who are poly, who are kink, but they're not really tend to that. They're really into full swap, and me and my partner are just not there. But anyways, I joined the swingers group, and my partner was in there. So unbeknownst to me, my partner had been watching me for a little hot second.
Yeah.
But me and him ended up connecting because what happened was the group we were in, a lot of singles had complaints about the group. So we diverged into a new group, and then my partner got his own group. Okay. So
And you
me and
like that.
him, no, that didn't happen for like a few. It happened off of some BS because me and my partner have a little history of being friends, and we during our friendship,
Uh,
we had some arguments about some things. So my partner got a group out of a malice situation. I won't say it was malice on his part, but a bad situation ended up creating his group. So
sure.
it was petty driven. I'm sure if I get him to talk about it, it was petty driven. But long story short, we met in a swingers group. That's how we actually met, even though we're not swingers.
No, but you guys committed to each other, and that makes a very strong relationship because everything
Oh
that
yeah,
everyone wants
man.
there.
Yeah, so I don't know. He would go to Hito. The thing is that I know about my partner is as much as like we both like the lifestyles we vibe with to an extent because they have the freedom that we like on that level. The thing is, I'm more of an exhibitionist that I realize than my partner is. So I
Mhm.
don't know. He would go to Hito, but probably some of the things I would want to do at Hito, he might not want to do. I'll say it like that.
I've heard things. I've heard things. Um, that
We did
would
some. I
be
mean, we like to share. Like if it's like on camera or something like that. Like we. I mean, there was a point where we have a friend, a mutual friend. We.
oh,
I won't say we're not unicorn hunters, so I won't say a girlfriend, but she's a close friend. She's really. I mean, when I say friend, genuinely, well, she's a really great friend. They went to. I
I
won't
mean
get into that.
OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, no, I mean we probably should, but we don't.
On location.
But we literally like we like I'm more of a public exhibitionist. Like I will go somewhere, I want to do something, give a show, versus like we've done stuff like where we have like went on live.
What?
Yeah,
That's not a paid event.
it wasn't it, but we won't do it like to like the general public. It'll be like groups that are like swingers groups, something like
Uh,
that, like who will want to see that. Like we've done that before, so we like that, or like we'll be like in his group, like even though it got me in big trouble unbeknownst. Like we'll take pictures
do they cheer
like
you on, or do they give you good advice? Are they critical? Like when you do that,
no.
do people just like, yeah?
We no people watch, they tune in. Like the one time it was me, him, and a friend, and people was like, "Oh shoot, oh my gosh, I like this." When we went to the club, like during New Year's, it was really fun. Like he's not into that, like at the club, like he's not into that. I'm really into it.
Mm.
And they were so like the people at the club during New Year's. I'm pretty sure I told this story about how at New Year's, we know we had a good time because the next day I had to go retrieve not only two bank cards but two IDs.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah, so we had a
yeah.
good time. But the people were cheering us on. They were like, "Ah, look!"
That's a rush. I don't know
It
how to,
was fun.
but yeah.
I cheered them on. They cheer us on. We have a good time. It's not about performance. It's about
No, it's
pleasure.
expression, not competition, right?
It to me, it is. It's just like I tell people, I respect when people think that like I talk about things like even with me in my podcast when I was like heavy into it that oh you talk about this because you just are so into it. I talk about things that I don't do. I don't
Mm.
swoosh. I'm not into necrophilia. I'm not into things. I mean, necrophilia. Hold on, wait. Let me put out here. I don't promote necrophilia because that's illegal. And I think I personally have some personal issues with it. However, anything else that can get grown alive above the age consenting adults can do, then yes, I champion it. Even things that I don't agree with that are okay, then I will still support you in it. Your yum is not my yuck, but there
Exactly.
are some things that I do like kind of side eye. But as long as
I
people are
think you
consenting
said
adults
it though.
involved.
Is it the space, the time has changed. Like as I close out, like we've redefined terms and taste,
I
and
can even say as a sexually free woman, to
Mhm.
everything has become acceptable, and I won't say I don't. I'm partially against it. It's the same thing as you heard in my story, which
You
I
do
talked about the other
not
day.
mean that.
I do mean that, but I mean that
What?
boldly. It's like I said on my story. Poly. I'm happy that poly is mainstream, but I'm also not happy because poly has taken a bad turn. Um. So yeah, I think too many
Wow.
things have become acceptable.
Wow. I would like to do a whole episode on either podcast or either platform for that one because I think that's the time we're in right now. And we really haven't agreed on what it is. It's like Pandora's box
Mhm.
has opened, and now we have all of these choices or decisions, whatever you want to call it, running around our culture. Um,
You can OD. Like I tell people all the time, anything can become a bad vice for you if you overindulge. Just like drinking. Alcohol is not a bad thing per se, but if you overindulge in it, hello, you have a drinking problem. You become alcoholic, a drug. Um, Marijuana is a great resource, and I know understand in America it has become banned for very bad reasons. If you know the backstory of marijuana and mushrooms,
mhm.
say A. But again, you can overindulge in those. I know people who use psychedelics on a daily basis. I know people who have problems with weed to the point that they can't function at work. So anything can become a bad vice. So, like I always tell people all the time, I'm not when I critique something, even the community I'm in, like for example, polyamory. I'm in that community, yes, but I can still critique and tell you that there are bad things I know about or bad things that are bad behaviors and that people have turned to bad vices. So, yes, even capitalism. We are involved in capitalism every fucking day. We spend money, we gain money, whatever. I can still critique that and still be involved in it. So we don't have to shame. Like I said, I can honestly say that yes, too many things have become normalized.
You're saying that you can commit a fallacy and see a fallacy is being committed, right?
I tell people, even me, I've been a big point of self reflection for a good little bit, and I can even say there are things that I've been looking at myself like, damn, if I could go back, if I knew what I knew now, I wish I would have done differently. But at the same time, I wouldn't have got the lesson. So I mean, like I tell
Sure.
people all the time, I'm not. Even for me trying to come back to the podcast, and I will come back once I get my shit together because I'm still unpacking. You know, there are things that I've even evaluated in my life where it's just like, yeah, I played a big part in the demise of something, or I played a big part in doing some bad stuff. And I do need to go back on that. But that's again, that's life. That's what people should be doing. They should be living and learning, making mistakes, getting back up from those mistakes.
Growing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what life without growth is nothing.
That's all we needed. I want to continue on my path of growth. I know that the journey for me is picking its momentum up again. Finally, it seemed like if I wasn't being redirected or rerouted, I was possibly stalled out, disabled, and I'm glad to be rolling on a donut. So that's it. I'm grateful.
Keep pushing.
I got to. I really want you to drop a new episode on your platform soon.
I'm coming. You like the second or third person who has brought that up to me, and I'm coming. My friend was just saying that. I'm coming. I'm coming soon. I just I need tomorrow is gonna be a good soul music. I told my daughter already we're gonna play some good old school music, and we're gonna get to work again.
Okay.
So.
As soon as you get done with that, let me know because I really do want to celebrate that. And I'm so grateful and thankful for you making the time for me.
Thank you as always for having me with my red eyes. I think they're getting a little better. I don't know.
They're fine. They're
I think I might get some more.
perfect.
Thank you, but thank you as always for having me on the Modern Black Man podcast.
Man, we appreciate you so much. Y'all gotta definitely stay up with Siren. Look at her old episodes, podcasts on Shit Siren Says, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere podcasts are available. Doing her thing and making time for your boy. I have nothing to complain about till the next episode. Peace.
Peace.